Hello and welcome to today's session. Today we've got the DAX as usual. We've got the pivot points laid out. Starting from maybe tomorrow, I'll be providing a link to plot the current levels on your MT5. Just let me know in the chat if you think that's a good idea, if you'd like that ability to be able to get the levels and just drag a script onto your chart each day. I can give you access to that, so it'll just plot the same lines that I have here on your platform. So we'll see if we can put that together for you, just so it makes it a bit easier. And then that way, if I'm offline or the session's already done, then you can still have the levels and you can use it on different charts, platforms and brokers and all kinds of things. So anyway, we've got about a minute till the open. We're placed quite high in the layout. So basically, we've got all the pivot points there and we're on the higher end. So hopefully we'll get a nice spike up and then followed by, that's the high there and the close gap. So followed by a rejection off the R2 or even the breakout long to connect with that close and high target there. So we'll see if we can do that in 30 seconds time. Potentially we may just head straight down there. Obviously watching the order flow over here on Tradovate as we progress to see if we can get any clues to build more evidence to help our case. Now yesterday the market just simply dropped quite a long way down. We ran into the S3. I bought, so I actually ended up holding. So this is a very long, so it's 100 points away. So I did hold through this, and I think I got out somewhere around here in the morning. So left it on overnight, and it worked out. So that's great. Look, I think this might just come straight down, which it's kind of just moving in that direction. So that's quite good, I guess. I think we should be able to get down to the high, the previous day's high, which is this red level here. Just see, look, again, we've got the London opening in an hour's time. So that reduces the volatility that we see in the opening session. But I still hope that we will come down and get this high. So closing the extreme gap and most likely the gap as well, because it's very close together. So if it gets all the way down there, there's no reason it shouldn't come down and connect with that. We'll have a quick look at the other time frames. So still very high on the historic basis. On the daily, we're kind of at the lower range of this kind of structure. 4 hour, we have hit the lower band, so we're on our way back up off that rejection. So potentially, who knows, like this situation here, we may come up and hit that middle band before we come back lower again, perhaps. The 1 hour doesn't really give us much. 30-minute doesn't give us much either. 15-minute, we touched the upper Bollinger Band there and made our way lower. And we're really just waiting it out. So hopefully we do get a nice spike up into, say, the R2. But we'll have to wait and see what transpires here. So we've got some buying coming in here by the looks. So we've got 11 and 12 and 9 contracts, which should be enough to kind of push the market higher. So we'll see if we get that volatility spike, but it's very slow going. So it's a bit frustrating as a trader. You really want that nice, powerful, volatile move, but it's not really happening. So really just waiting it out, waiting for a signal. I do think that this market may drift down towards the high gap over the next sort of hour or so before the market or the London session clocks in. So that's my analysis anyway. I think hopefully we'll come up, hit the R2, for example, and then reject, or we'll just drift down towards this high gap. We might even get all the way down to the pivot, just depends on the market itself. So very strong target, this extreme gap down at 24,243. I think, hopefully the highest we'll get is sort of around the R2 level, but if we break the R2 and we continue higher, we've got quite a distance to go. So the distance between that is like 150 points, is it? Yeah, 150 points. So I wouldn't want to be sitting in that whole movement all the way up to the R3. If it doesn't reject off this R2, I wouldn't want to be sitting in its way. And, I'd be more tempted to perhaps close out and wait for a higher entry to go short. The flip side, I guess in terms of buys, I do think the high extreme gap should get hit at some point. So I'm not confident that a buy position is the ideal situation at the moment. So just be aware of that. Anybody who buys off this R1, you're contending with the extreme gap. So, while it could just be an all upside day, it can always happen. It's not something that I'm going to take a chance on. So yeah, just to recap, looking to go R2 and then sort of short it towards that high gap, or I do have a position that is short already because I think it might drift down today and hit that high. I have been wrong before. It often just drifts higher and higher, but it's not something I want to bet against for the analysis today. Usually I'll watch the order flow and I'll commentate what's going on, but because of the different sessions, the open times between London and Germany, there's an hour difference, and for the next sort of probably week or so, it's very thin volume, so there's not too much to read when it comes to the order flow. Look, guys, that's it from me today. If you've got any video requests or you want to know specific things, just let me know in the comments. But it's really just a matter of waiting for the market to pick a direction and either head towards the target or kind of just drift upwards. That's it from me today, guys. Best of luck with your trading, and we'll be back on tomorrow. Goodbye.